Alright, hello everyone. I forgot to mention it in the last video, but I figured to make it up, we're going to do a separate video and talk about what's going on with the changing business landscape of Queens. And, let's just face it, the way things are going right now. Streaming has now become a necessity. I hate to say it, but we've become, uh, I guess, too widely known to the fact that people just don't want to go out to the movie theaters anymore. They rather would just sit at home and hit the click of a button and enjoy the convenience of streaming. And the crazy thing I want to mention, and maybe because I look at things outside of the headlines, and I try to in most cases, physical media is slowly making a comeback. People don't think it is, but it's slowly getting there. In fact, people now are collecting, are really getting into collecting VHS tapes, which personally I'm more of a fan of DVD and Blu-ray. Just the convenience of the disc. My dad's truck has a DVD, well, two DVD players if you really want to think about that in the back. Um, and if you know the right people in the right places and you really look hard, you can actually get your DVDs fixed for $5. In this economy, that's a pretty good value. In fact, I'm gonna get one DVD cleaned a couple weeks. But you haven't heard the news by now, and I teased it in the last video. We were gonna talk about College Point multiplex theaters closing down, and I've been to this movie theater once or twice maybe, but I've been here, this movie theater before. So I'm gonna read the picture that was posted on their Facebook page yesterday, and I don't know how in the world could this news come out um, at a very interesting time when this year was actually supposed to mark the return of the summer blockbuster season. Yeah, this was actually going to be the year of all the big franchises coming back because um, Disney has announced are releasing two sequels this year. You have Moana coming out. You have the Inside Out sequel coming out as well. So Moana Inside Out. You have Deadpool coming back. Ryan Reynolds has already confirmed it. You have Joker coming out with a sequel. Joaquin Phoenix has already confirmed he's back. What else is going on this year? Right, we have Despicable Me even making another movie this year. So you see what's going on here. This was supposed to be a very interesting year for these movies, and now all of a sudden, oh, not to mention, I think next week we have a movie coming out with Dakota Johnson, a superhero film. So this was supposed to be a very interesting year for movies. So let's read what's on the thing here. It has been our pleasure to serve the Queens community with great movie going for many years. Due to a business decision, on Tuesday, May 7th, 2024, will be our last day of cinema operations. We thank you for your patronage and hope that you have made wonderful movie memories at our cinema. So, I think the Showcase Theaters that owns this one and Jamaica as well. And Jamaica has already been announced that they're going to close. So, let's read this article from the Queen's Chronicle. Let's read it here. So it says here that the last film ever at College Point Multiplex Cinemas will be shown on Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. Yes, so in recent years, we've known that this little shopping plaza has been in big trouble off the Whitestone Expressway. And it used to have a Toys R Us, but recent years, apparently a costume store has been there for seasonal purposes. So it says here that a pre-development mortgage was recently to clear the way for a logistics center. So this is basically going to be an Amazon center, pretty much. So this is going to be sad. You know, think about how you have the New York Times right near this building. And I have gotten a tour of the New York Times building once in this area. So, believe me, I am very familiar with the landscape of this area. And I've even worked in College Point at the soup store over there very long time ago. Don't want to get into the business things. The news of an end date sparked much discussion in the College Point circle after the Chronicle posted on an area Facebook group last Friday asking for residents' takes. By Monday morning, the post had over 50 comments. Many area residents mourned the impending closure, calling it terrible and very sad. Neighborhood resident Charlotte Moss said, "This breaks our hearts. My husband and I are originally from Long Island. We moved to College Point to be closer to his work. I would love to find more to do in College Point. Taking the movie theater away just gives us one less thing to do." And yes, I mean, think about it. Now, the closest movie theater to College Point is going to be Bay Terrace. So now, these people who live in College Point, who live in Whitestone now, who want to go to a movie theater, they're now going to have to go to Bay Terrace. Which kind of inconveniences them, but this is just so sad. And then again, you also do have the other movie theater that opened in downtown Flushing. But then here's the problem. With downtown Flushing, it's overcrowded. You can't find parking. Versus Bay Terrace, there's plenty of parking. So Bay Terrace is going to see a lot of people going over there. In fact, Fresh Meadows is probably going to see an uptick in booms. So, yeah. Another resident, Tatiana Torres de Miro, said, "I had so many birthday parties at the movie theater for my kids." Also referring to the upcoming closure of Whitestone Lanes, which is slated to be replaced with a 9-story residential building. "My kids are sad. First with the bowling alley, now the theater." And I'm more upset about the bowling alley, being honest, because I remember going to the bowling alley as a kid in Whitestone. Alright? So, listen, folks, I'm more upset about the bowling alley than, than this. I mean, this is so sad. Look at this. So basically, yeah. Stelio posted, "We live in an industrial town and our politicians treat it accordingly. Factories, warehouses, homeless and migrant shelters, a police academy with all recruits and zero police power, sanitation facility, water treatment facility, New York Times factory, DMV is in that area. Yet taxes on a 2-family house are over $18,000. Yeah, this is interesting. So, I never knew this about the movie theater. They had an overflow parking lot on Ulmer Street and 26th Avenue. Wow. Yep, even 20% of the parking spaces have been filled. So, we are going to discuss Jamaica next. And then we're going to wrap up this video talking about the news regarding Whitestone, which has been trending this morning. So, it has been announced that the movie theater in Jamaica will close on Tuesday, April 30th. So, think about the timeline of events that are going to happen. Alright? So, you're going to have Jamaica close on April 30th. You're going to have College Point close on May 7th. And, this is going to be interesting. So it says here that last day will be on April 30th. Members of the Star Pass loyalty program will receive a special offer. Now, I remember going to Jamaica before COVID. And I'll be honest, I mean, it really was a very big movie theater. Well, it still is a big movie theater, but now I wonder what's going to, take over. You could see a department store. And you still could find somebody else to take over the movie theater. But, it's just so sad what's going on here. So, let's discuss what's going on with the bowling alley to wrap up this video here. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to play Pat Kiernan from this morning.
Pin is about to drop at Whitestone Bowling Lanes in Flushing. The City Council has officially approved the rezoning process that would demolish the bowling alley to make way for apartments. The owner of the bowling alley says to bowlers, don't be too discouraged. He is hoping to build another bowling alley at a location not far from the original. The Post has taken many...
All right, so Pat Kiernan briefly brought it up. So let's just read the article here. All right. Plans to replace the storied Whitestone bowling lanes in Flushing, Queens, so over 400 apartments got the stamp of approval from the City Council yesterday, the final step in a rezoning process that has meant the end of the beloved bowling alley. The Council's unanimous decision to greenlight the proposal means the days are likely numbered. Owner and developer Marco Mascolo, now, let me make sure I'm reading his name right, Macolusu, will still have to go through typical construction hurdles, but the rezoning means that he's the ability to develop a residential property on the site. So, yeah, not what everybody had in mind. So let's see, what was the council vote? Is there an article on this? Oh, there's a video. Yeah. So the city council probably approved this. Yeah, we don't want to get into politics today, please. That's the last thing I want to even get into. So let's see. Does he support it? A lot of affordable housing. Like, really? That's not what people want in this area. This is so sad. I mean, the bowling alley's been there since the 1960s. How in the world could you even think about doing this? Look at this. So, this is going to be right by the Stop and Shop supermarket. So they don't even mention when the building's coming, when it's coming down, but you get the idea. So I guess that's going to wrap up this quick video. It's just sad what's going on. You know, changing aspect of Queens is just getting worse and worse by the day. Pretty much, this is not the same Queens that I remember growing up in. And things are just only turning for the worse, I fear. So that's it.